Hello, this is Mark Mitchell. I will be with you this semester in sociology, and I wanted to make a quick video to show you how to navigate the course, and hopefully this will help you be able to find what you need in a quick and efficient manner. First of all, I'd like to thank you for taking the course, and it's my desire to help you as much as I can, so feel free to email me or call whenever you need help. It doesn't matter how many times that you call or email. I'll be glad to help. If you're ever on campus, please stop by. My office is located in the health building on the first floor. My office number is 156. As I have logged into Blackboard, and you can see here that the first tab that we'll look at on the upper left hand corner is the welcome page, and I'll click on that, and it just a little graphic there I've added, but I am happy to be with you. I do have a link here at the bottom, but it's about Connect and SmartBook, which we will be using throughout the course. And so if you will click here, there are a few videos that demonstrate some of the features of our course software, and there's a short quiz after each one. These are very small assignments, but as the note indicates, it does count toward the final grade. But I think it'll be beneficial to go through that and learn a little bit about Connect and how it works. If you are an experienced user, then you probably won't take you very long at all. The course automatically defaults to the announcements page. One other thing in the welcome is this video that I'm recording today. There will be a link right in here, and if you ever need it again, you can come back. The announcements page is where the course will automatically default, so when you log in you should come here. I just have a banner image of our textbook. Now we are an e-text class, so that means we don't have a physical textbook, but it is going to be simply accessible through the software McGraw-Hill provides that Connect, and then more specifically the SmartBook that will help you study. And so it just shows you what the book does look like, and again a little combination with the e-text that the college has been using now for several years. Mention my name is Mark Mitchell. My door schedule where I'll be during the fall semester is located right here. Again, you're welcome to come by and see me whenever you would like. I'm usually in my office if I'm not in class, or if I don't have a meeting or some other obligation. I'm usually here early in the morning, and I'm usually here to about the middle of the afternoon. If you send me an email, I will check that several times per day and be able to get back with you as soon as I can. If you send it to me on Friday, then it may take me just a little bit longer, a day or two, to respond. Okay, and yeah, I've included a picture, fairly recent picture, so if you're on campus you'll know who to look for. I've included my email address. It's lmmitchell. Make sure you don't put a 1 or I won't get your email. And then I mentioned my office location. The office hours that I have are Tuesday and Thursday this semester for fall 2018. From 10:45 to 1:15. If that doesn't work for you, then I'll be glad to set up something else that's more works better with your schedule. You're welcome to come by. If you click on the syllabus and student acknowledgement tab, your syllabus is a document that you need to read carefully, but it tells about what we'll be doing during the semester, and of course how you can compute your grade. I do keep grades in Blackboard, but it tells you the different components, and it tells you some due dates. I'll also have those in Blackboard. The main thing is simply to make sure that you read your syllabus, and if there's any questions that you make sure that you please ask. The student acknowledgement form, I'll come back to the syllabus and mention a few things in one moment. The student acknowledgement, if you would like, you can download this form or either send me an email that says that you have looked at the syllabus and you agree to abide by those policies that are contained within. You can fill in the course. We're Sociology 210, and your instructor is Mark Mitchell. But please put your name signed and printed, and your phone number and date. And then if there's anything that you think I should know about you particularly that might be helpful, that I, again, might need to know. I'll leave that kind of up to you. I'll be glad, of course, to help you ever how I can when it comes to college affairs. Again, you can either download this form and email it back, or either just send me an email saying that you have read and that you agree to abide by all the policies that are contained within the course syllabus. Just some general policies, not going to spend much time here, but you, I'm sure, have heard of these in many other classes before, but they are just expected of college students, and you can consult these as needed, or again, please ask a question. I'm going to click on the syllabus now and just show you a few things that I think are important. But we typically have patterns that repeat in the course. I do that to be helpful. The last date to drop the class without a grade penalty is November the 2nd, so that's a long time, but protect your GPA. We have our student learning outcomes, what you should be able to accomplish after the course, after being in sociology for the fall semester. Our course overview, or before that, for example, there's our McGraw-Hill Connect software with the e-text, and then make sure you have reliable high-speed internet access. If you don't on campus, of course, there's labs as a student that you're welcome to use, or find access some other way. For our course overview, there's some of our assignments I use sometimes 9 o'clock, especially for our discussion board, but a lot of these assignments have to be submitted through Blackboard, but they do have a time date in which they're available, and then on the due date they disappear. So please submit these assignments through Blackboard. That's very helpful to me in grading. We have a lot of assignments that I have to grade and give you feedback on, but they will be in the grade book. Some of the assignments you can see here when we get into the semester is talked about the student acknowledgement form. Fill that out. Also the verify your enrollment, that's in the Blackboard tab. And then we're basically set up on a weekly schedule where you have a discussion board assignment in Blackboard, and then a Learn Smart activity through Connect. The discussion board is due every Sunday night at 9 p.m. So I only take those through Blackboard. They're up, and you have a week to post, and if you miss it, then there's no chance to make that up. Another assignment that we have is our quiz. We have those on 4 chapters at a time. They're usually shorter, somewhere 30 to 35 multiple choice questions. The exam, the quiz comes first, and then the exam is longer. It's about twice as long. They vary a little bit more, but again, what I recommend for students is to take your quiz first, wait for the due date to expire, and then the next day you can review it online, and then do that before you take your exam. So you can see we still have more discussion boards and Learn Smart assignments due. We have a paper due. That's due October 14th, right before our fall break. You will submit that electronically through Blackboard. I'll give you some more details later on today in this recording where that is. And you can see how some of our assignments repeat. So Quiz 2, Quiz 3, and Quiz 4. It is very important to make sure that you keep up with the assignments. It's easy to get behind and then overwhelmed, so just make sure that doesn't happen to you. Some important dates here. We've already mentioned the drop date, but August 15th is right upon us. We're on a 10-point scale for our overall course grade. And then you can see here the different types of assignments, our exams. We have all together 4, including the final exam, but they're worth half of the grade. The quizzes are worth 15%. These are both timed in Blackboard. The semester project is 10%. That's our paper. That's a letter grade. The McGraw-Hill Connect Learn Smart assignments are worth 10%. The chapter review activity is again just a short activity. that covers the chapter, hopefully to help prepare you for the quiz and exam. That is worth 5%. The concept clip activity is a very, very, very short video, usually 3 minutes or less. And then about the different chapters that we cover, we'll cover 16 throughout the semester. And then the discussion boards are worth 7.5%. So all total, that is 100% for your grade. If you ever have any questions about a grade, feel free to contact me for the discussion board and the paper for those assignments. I do have a rubric attached that will show you where you got your points and where maybe you didn't get all your points. The quizzes and the exams, you'll be able to see feedback for those as well. So we don't really do anything that doesn't count toward the grade, and then there's some sort of feedback that you can access. As far as the attendance policy, make sure you don't miss more than 3 weekly classes. That translates into, if you miss 6 assignments, that would be another way to figure that absence limit up. Alright, so that was a quick look at our syllabus. Again, if you have any questions, then please ask me. The assignments tab is next in Blackboard, and if you log into Blackboard and you wonder where should I click, the assignments tab is really the #1 place. I mentioned the assignment of the paper, but it's here. This is what I want your paper to contain. Make sure you have 1 through 5. 6 is optional. I have some examples of papers from in the past, from videos that I have used that really did well, that followed 1 through 5. And if you do that, then of course you are going to get a very high grade. These are some other documentaries that I have used. One was Consuming Kids, one was Waiting for Superman, one was another called Fathead. You do not have to use the theoretical or research paper. Those are really not going to be of much value to you. Now, where you will complete the paper, it's due before fall break, but here it is in Chapter 8. But that corresponds to the time, and you'll click on Chapter 8. You'll simply come down to where it's labeled Writing Assignments. There's another reminder to let you know you're in the right place. You'll click on that, and then these links will be active. This is the link to view the paper, and then there will be another link that I'll add where you can submit your paper. You can complete that as early as you would like. As soon as August 15th is here, this is something that you can complete, but it will disappear on October the 14th at 9 p.m. So please make sure you don't forget. Alright, so now I also have here an idea of what the quizzes and exams look like, so you're welcome to look at that so that you're not caught unprepared. When you're ready to take the quizzes, they are here, and of course there are some expiration dates. Usually for the quizzes and the exams, they are open for 1 week, so make sure that you know the due date. That is what is listed here, is the date that it closes. So quiz 1, for example, would open September the 11th and then finally close on September 17th. The exams come after the quiz, and so they're a little bit later. I've listed every chapter that we cover individually. So for example, when you click on Chapter 1, it tells you what an introduction about the chapter we're going to cover, the learning objectives that we're going to learn by the end of the chapter. The chapter notes, I've just included those if you would like to use those as a resource. PowerPoint slides, that's another way that you can look at the chapter. I try to include different websites to make up the video and media section. And there's a quick look at the chapter, very in short and concise. I have included some of my thoughts about the chapter, so hopefully that will be of use if you need it. There's only one writing assignment. We've looked at that. That was under Chapter 8. I remind you here about don't forget to complete your Learn Smart activity. There's a link that goes to it. Here's a link that you can access your discussion board using the article that you need to read for the discussion board. And then if you have trouble with the article, I also have a video here that may help you get started and give you some ideas on what you need to complete for your discussion board. I'm looking for in your discussion board really half and half. You need at least 300 words. You don't have to respond to other students, but I'm looking to see that you have read the article completely. And then I'm looking for facts and specific details from the article that you either agreed with or disagreed with, and then your opinion. So that really should make up your entire discussion board. Now, once you make a post, then you can see what other people have posted about the article. So you won't see anything until you make a post yourself. Alright, and so really again that's all under the assignments. The discussion board here, one thing I would like you to do, the student coffee house is just a place where students can communicate. I will look in there, but I really that's just for students, not really for me to spend too much time there. If you have any questions, you might be able to ask other students here in technical help. I'll look at that, and for something I can provide, I will certainly add to that. I would like you to introduce yourself, tell us something about your age, your interest, your likes, dislikes, where you live, what you're studying, where you're working. Just an introduction to your fellow classmates. Please do that as soon as you can. Our class starts on August 15th, so if you could do that in the first few days, that would be great. The discussion board rubric shows you how I grade your discussion boards, and this will automatically be in Blackboard if you submit it. But as I mentioned, I'm looking for at least 300 words. These articles are several pages long, so that will be no problem if you read it. I'm looking at your grammar and mechanics, at your spelling and punctuation. I'm also looking at how you express yourself, and you can earn anywhere from 0 to 2 points. So the assignment is worth a total of 10 points each week. Presentation of relevant evidence. Really, did you talk about the article? Did you tell me things about the article that were in it? And then original thought is where you give me your opinion. Okay, and then we have discussion boards. Again, they're open weekly. They open on Monday and close on Sunday night. The last discussion board is really a summary of which one you like the best throughout the semester. So students usually enjoy a lot of those articles. Some of them are difficult to read, but they are a good time investment. Under my grades, just one thing I want to draw your attention to is your current grade. So that is a way to look at where you stand at that particular point in time. And of course, keep a close eye on your grades. I double check them to make sure they're right before submitting them to the registrar. I have here several resources related to the e-text. The e-text, if you haven't completed your registration guide and have some problems, that may be one of the areas you need to look at from my experience, but hopefully that has already been taken care of when you register for the class. That should have been done. If you have any problems, make sure you contact me, and then there's some things I can probably help you with, and there's others that you may have to use this address that I've included here. That's Connect, and they have certainly more access than I would. You may not need some of these videos, but I've included them here in case you do have trouble. Again, there's good resources to have. Now, the way to access our e-text is to go under Course Tools, go under McGraw-Hill Education. I have a video there, but I'll include it here as well. But go to My Connect section, and then of course you'll just click to continue. We're in Connect, you can see here, and then this is our textbook. But there's where you will click, and then of course you can do all sorts of things. You can practice, and it will give you feedback. You can type or go to any type of chapter. You can start reading. Some of those intro videos again at the beginning of the course will be very beneficial in explaining this, but that gives you an idea. So very good program. This is a new textbook for us, but it's a very good program that we have used for a few years. The highlights just show you some of the main points that you can focus your attention on as compared to maybe some other information. Alright, I will click back. I wanted to show you one other thing here, but that's the e-text. The first one was the smart book, the icon and the link, and the second one was really more of the textbook. So when I'm in class, this is one that I pull up on for the projector to kind of keep us all on the same page, so to speak. It's kind of keeps everybody together, but it's just simply an electronic version of the book, and again, pretty good book. I like it, the way the author has structured it. Okay, but just stop there, and you can see your assignments. There'll be I'm in the instructor view, but the student view is not much different. Alright, your JCC email, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but you can access that through this link or either through the main website, JCC's website. That's usually kind of how I do it, but that's fine. Blackboard help if you need that. Web links, I have included those. Or some of these, actually mine are in the individual chapters, but you can sometimes find some extra links if you're interested in some of the chapters more than other, if you want to explore further. When you take some other classes at other institutions, they'll spend an entire semester maybe on some of these chapters that we really spend about a week on. Okay, I'm sorry, let me connect back. We're almost through here today. There was the course evaluations. You'll see that, but that will be toward the end of the class. The enrollment verification was one of the beginning tasks that I asked you to complete, and you'll just click on that link to start. It's nothing really hard or anything, but just a way to measure attendance that the college is mandated to do. Thank you for your time today. I'm really looking forward to the semester and ever how I can help you. I hope you learn a lot. I have tried to reflect that in the course. Just please contact me anytime that you need to. Thank you.